These things is just like the other. I was gonna continue to be like, one of these things just likes to sing songs. This is how infectious you can be. Your energy can be, because I don't come on my podcast and sing like this. So, um, ladies and gentlemen, how are you doing? Welcome to a special edition of the Terrell Effect from Web to Web. Um, was it the launch of settling of? I believe it was a settling of James Webb Space Telescope, which will not be in orbit around the Earth like the Hubble telescope, but it is and will actually orbit the sun at 1.5 million kilometers, 1 million miles away from the Earth, at what is called the second Lagrange point, or L2. What is special about this orbit is that it lets the telescope stay in the line with the Earth as it moves around the sun. This allows the satellite's large sun shield to protect the telescope from the light and heat of the sun, Earth, and moon. Oh, so basically they're trying to find a way to fix the hole. The hole. Okay.
They're trying.
Right.
I think they're trying to get out there as far as they can without getting burned up by the sun.
Yeah, that's their life.
I'm for it.
That's
Get out
interesting.
there. Get out there,
Yeah,
fellas.
yeah. Why not? Why not? I just want to ask the question though, because, and I'm sure, like, was it Ryan George? Oh man, I wish I remembered his name. I'm sure there's a Canadian writer who would, or videographer, blogger, who would have fun with this. The first person who decided to go to space. I
Yeah,
wouldn't be surprised if he
you're right.
already did that.
Ryan George. He's probably already done it. Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised, because, like, what are you doing with your everyday life that you're just like, there?
That's where I'll go.
You know what I mean? Like, how you
There.
just there?
Yeah. I don't know.
Okay.
Especially what kills me is that we haven't. I can't remember the number, but I feel like it's like 95% of the ocean is unexplored or something like that.
Something like that. Like, my thing about Canadians is we're so quick to go to other places. We have the second largest.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, come on, people, expose the North, please. So yeah, 95% of the ocean hasn't been explored, and it's like,
Yeah.
why are we? But I think the pressure difference might be part of the reason why.
Yep.
Less pressure up, more pressure down.
Yeah. I also feel like there's probably, like, in terms of a looming threat, like it's space. Like neither really feels like that much of a threat, but I feel less of a threat from what's in the water than I do from what's in space.
Well, from its documented lethargy of evolution, or what have you. Whatever's coming out of the water ain't surviving on the land, but whatever's coming out of the sky might make it impossible for what's on land to survive.
Well, if they come down from the sky with lasers and whatnot and high tech weapons, like, I'm not going to stand a chance. If it comes out of the ocean, I'll move to an apartment and we'll be fine.
You're right. You're right. When you look at it that way, it's like, I mean, I had a conversation today with someone, and it was along the lines of, what would be stronger, the lightsaber or Captain America's shield?
Ooh.
Yeah, yeah, that was a hard question. I had to ponder about that one. This is episode 272 of the Terrell Effect. It is a special edition. We're calling it From Web to Web. We're going from the internet to intergalactic. We're gonna generate some frequencies. We're gonna get some people vibing. I got some music here. He's got some poems there. We have information base that we're not gonna read because we're here to play some music relative to space. Um, I'm intrigued to see what you start with. You never disappoint. So
Yeah, it
you
was
want
it was space themed, and I'm digging through, digging through the book. Like, I must have space stuff. And, like, full disclosure, I put it off because I was like, I got space stuff for sure. I'll just dig into the book, pull out some space stuff, and then you go into the book and you're like, well, that's not really about space. Let's This song kind of sounds spacey, but we'll be okay. I got it down. Uh The goal, I guess, Phil, 10, 12 minutes with material about space, and maybe I'll succeed. Maybe I'll fail. But, ladies and gentlemen, I have never, ever been afraid to fail. I've also never been quite sure how to define success. See, good is phenomenal when you've never heard of great, and I'm too impatient to wait for greatness, so I'm taking it. I'm redefining it and making it my own greatness. Greatness is stepping on stage with something to say in front of a room full of people waiting to be entertained. Greatness is practicing so much that you live in your poems and they feel like home, and greatness is showing the world how well you know them. Greatness is stepping on stage knowing that if space is infinite in all directions, then right now, I'm at the center of the universe. Greatness is facing and embracing the nerves that would strike you deer in headlight dumb. Greatness is bargaining with terror, accepting the terms and conditions of failure, failing, falling flat on your fucking face, getting up fresh to do it all over again tomorrow. Greatness is synonymous with satisfaction as long as you've done the best you can. And even if you do strike out, at least you had a pair of balls when you stepped up to the plate and you swung for the fence instead of just sitting on it. Greatness is keeping time with the tempo of your life, especially when the DJ doesn't play your song. Greatness is funneling your frustration down the throat of anyone who tries to stand in your way. Greatness is breaking down the boundaries you built in your own brain. Greatness is becoming more than you were while remaining who you are. Greatness is sacrificing. Greatness is not sacrificing. Greatness is not a goal, it's a statement, so make it. Shout it. Stand up and tell this whole world all about it, and then do it. Do it for all you're worth. Do it so you're better than every idiot who didn't, and be great. Even if you're only great at building memories, build them. Build a mantle for your stories. Treat them like trophies. Use them to measure your success, if you even care. Maybe you were never really looking for success. Maybe what you were looking for was greatness. Yeah, so there's that. It has that one space line. That's
Yeah.
where that's how like, I literally say the word space in this piece. That fits, right?
Yeah, we going. We got
But
that.
it's also one of my favorite opener pieces. So what I am going to do, though, I found this poem by Oliver Wendell Holmes,
Okay.
and it's about a comet that's going to come for Earth. And my assumption, from what little I know about space or the telescope or any of the things, is that this telescope has gone up there to give us more time in case a comet like this were to come.
Okay. Makes sense.
Sure. The Comet by Oliver Wendell Holmes. The comet, he is on his way and singing as he flies. The whizzing planets shrink before the specter in the skies. Ah, well may regal orbs burn blue and satellites turn pale. 10 million cubic miles of head, 10 billion leagues of tail. On by whistling spheres of light he flashes and he flames. He turns not to the left or right. He asks them not their names. One spurn from his demonic heel. Away, away they fly where darkness might be bottled up and sold for Tyrian dye. And what would happen to the land, and how would look the sea if the bearded devil's path our earth should chance to be? Full hot and high the sea would boil, full red the forests gleam. Methought I saw and heard it all in a dyspeptic dream. I don't know what the word dyspeptic means, full disclosure. I saw a tutor take his tube, the comet's course to spy. I heard a scream, the gathered rays had stewed the tutor's eye. I saw a fort, the soldiers all were armed with goggles green. Pop cracked the guns, whiz flew the balls, bang went the magazine. I saw a poet dip a scroll each moment in a tub. I read upon the warping back the dream of Beelzebub. He could not see his verses burn, although his brain was fried, and ever and anon he bent to wet them as they dried. I saw the scalding pitch roll down the crackling, sweating pines, and steams of smoke like water sprouts burst through rumbling mines. I asked the firemen why they made such a noise about the town. They answered not, but all the while the brakes went up and down. I saw a roasting pullet sit upon a banking egg. I saw a cripple scorch his hand, extinguishing his leg. I saw 9 geese upon the wing towards the frozen pole, and every mother's gosling fell crisped to a crackling coal. I saw the ox that browsed the grass writhe in the blistering rays. The herbage in his shrinking jaws was all a fiery blaze. I saw huge fishes boiled to rags bob through the bumbling brine, and thoughts of supper crossed my soul as I'd been rash at mine. Strange sights, strange sounds, oh, fearful dream, its memory still haunts me. The steaming sea, the crimson glare, the wreathed each wooded hill, stranger if through thy reeling brain such midnight visions sweep, spare, oh, spare thine evening meal, and sweet thy sleep shall be. So the last thing we want is that.
Yeah. No.
Okay, we don't want that. So we got to send these telescopes and these satellites and whatnot up where they need to be to detect, so we can avoid that.
That sounds like calamity at its finest.
Absolutely. Speaking of calamity, Me and the Boys wrestling happens every Thursday.
Nice. The transition was so warranted. Yes, yes. James Owen Brown, aka the P.O.E, and yours truly do commentary on the Me and the Boys Wrestling League, which is basically us hijacking the WWE 2K20 engines.
Yep.
And using them for our own shenanigans. Like
we're getting our first look behind me here at a new character debuting in a week or two. This is Itami.
You know what? Since we're on the topic of Itami, we're gonna grab this track here. Let me grab this track here. And yeah, I'm gonna share the window. Grab this track because Itami did make a submission to the show, so I want to get that up.
That's why I grabbed this screen grab quick. I was like, hey, I know that name. This is our first look, the world debut of Me and the Boys version of Itami.
Yeah, and I mean, he looks kind of deranged. I'm not gonna lie.
Somebody in the comments says he looks hot. Somebody who I'm positive is not affiliated whatsoever with Me and the Boys Wrestling.
Double. Okay. Oh man, there we go. Boom, right here. So I'm just gonna bring this on this page here. No. Come on, 172 times. I'm going. I swear to you, I have. And then some, and then some. So we. Okay, good. Bam, boom. So we got that here. Did y'all hear that? So we got that. No, that's not what I'm looking for. I don't need y'all to see that. I need y'all to see my screen, bro.
Breaking the fourth wall.
I know, right? Okay, let's try this again. There we go. Bam. Share the screen. Ha. Have to check in, tap in. There we go. Boom.
Hey, what's up, the Terrell Effect? What's Pluto on, baby? You already know it's that 2022 exclusive drop. I don't do live performances. I don't know what quarantine performances are. Alright, let's get it. Alright, yeah. Life is circles, love is circles. Fly by design is a good word. Running out of time till they close the curtains. Life is circles, love is circles. Life is circles, love is circles. Fly by design is a good word. Running out of time till they close the curtains. Life is circles, love. That's feeling still again twice. That feeling don't feel like that time when the sun's almost down. It's just looking in my eyes. We really saw fireflies. I really found love that night in an orange Dodge County on the passenger side with a big cat ratty who blows me to ride. For the night that she died, rest in peace. She let me know it's on mine. Now that in my mattress is my body, the sign in the damn pillowcases are from tears that I cried. Yeah. Life is circles, love is circles. Life by design is really working. Running out time till they close the curtains. Life is circle.
Okay.
Life is circle, love is circle. Fly by design is a good work. Running out of time till they close the curtains. Life is circles, love is circles. Yeah. Those drops February 4th on our platforms. Y'all can check it out. It's to me, so maybe I'll help you through some good times too. Shout out to the block. There's a page master goes online, and I appreciate that you put me on here on your Surreal Effects podcast. Shout out to both of them. Rapid gang, you already know.
Bam.
Nice.
Yeah. Appreciate that. Oh man, and I told him about this like I don't know yesterday. So for us to put together, you know what I mean? It was pretty dope, and we got an exclusive look at what he was doing. I mean,
World premiere.
world premiere. When I started this, I mean, I had planned on doing world premieres, but I just didn't expect them or anticipate them to be so frequent and so fluid. It's
Well,
pretty dope.
that's why you got to subscribe out
Yeah,
there.
well, you gotta hit
Do
that
it.
button.
Yeah.
Hit that button. Y'all gotta, you know what I mean? Subscribe, like, share, pass this on. Yeah, I'm not sure if you can see the chat, but there's a comment in there that's I'm
Yeah.
gonna let you handle.
Yeah. I think this telescope is just
Hard
another
time being
eye.
diplomatic.
Okay. Frank Gamachi. I hope I don't butcher the names. I think this telescope is just another eye in the sky that has 100 more times the technology to spy on us. It isn't to study history. It's designed to record what goes on in the world without witnesses needed. Could be.
Hmm. There's Doesn't someone have to operate it though? Like,
Computers. Computers can operate it.
Yeah, well, someone's got to operate the computers.
I feel like if that were the case, why would they tell us about it at all, though?
Because someone found out about it, so they had to.
Oh, I see.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah, you know what I mean. Like they were trying to do it on the low, but it's just like, hey, where are you going with that 300,000-pound item?
Is that true? They were trying to do it on the low?
I had pre-save the track and get a free NFT, including the wave file of the song you just heard and the artwork by Brass. But I
Nice.
genuinely didn't hear about it until recently, and usually like when it's when it's significant, I hear about it.
Yeah.
So like it was kind of last minute, and I was just like, oh really? That's interesting. Another telescope. I'm trying to figure out though, here's my thing, and I don't have a problem with space or exploration of any nature, but it's like if we haven't figured it out on this planet, what the fuck are we doing on other planets? Just out of curiosity.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
100%. I agree. Like, go do your thing. Do whatever you want to do. Like, it's a pissing contest. Where initially it was the pissing contest with Russia, I guess. But go do the things. That's fine. But I don't get it either. Go look in the ocean. Go find Cthulhu. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
He's out there.
Oh my goodness. It's amazing. It's like those people who leave one territory to go to another and try to dominate. It's like I am talking about you, America. I really am.
America.
America. The corporation. So it's like, how you not gonna have it right in your own house and then go to someone else's house and tell them how to do it? Like, I don't feel like I could go anywhere at this juncture and say, hey, this is how you should operate in this specific field of life. You know what I mean? Because I don't have the accreditation, and even if I do, like, my vantage point is completely different than anybody else, than a lot of other people's. So Even if it works for me, I can tell you you might want to double cheese. The Tim Hortons makes it, that extra cheese on the outside, that shit is the lick. I'd never try that at my house. I'd fuck up my pan.
Yeah. And who are you to come into my house and tell me that that's how I should make my grilled cheese?
Exactly.
How dare you?
I mean, I don't use mozzarella. I use old cheddar. Thanks.
Oh, well, okay. We got another comment here. Imagine watching Google Earth on your house live and can rewind it and see what you did yesterday. That's what he's talking about. That'd be all right. I'd check in with myself.
That would be pretty dope. I'm not gonna lie. I have cameras in my house that I sometimes go back and watch it. You know what I mean? Like, shit, what was I doing like 2 hours ago?
Yeah, what did I
shit,
get
I didn't finish that.
Plus, if we don't go to space, we're never going to get to Star Trek times.
Star Trek times. That sounds like something there might be a song for.
It was a low-key segue.
Well, with a little bit of highbrow humor, let's transition, don't we?
I wrote this song. I wrote this song about a Cardassian girl. Okay. Cardassians, of course, are from Star Trek. We found out. Well, I found out a year or two ago, maybe a little bit longer ago, that my wife is actually a bigger Star Trek nerd than I am. She may be the queen of all Star Trek nerds.
Say word.
Yeah. We were talking about something to do with Ferengi, and she corrected me on a thing that I was just completely wrong. And I looked at her and was like, oh my God, you're a nerd.
Oh my gosh. Wow. I never took either of you for Trekkies.
Yeah, we started going through it when we got Netflix. We started at the original series, went all the way through. We even watched the animated one. And
there's an animated Star Trek?
Yeah, it's an animated version of the original series. I think it had 2 seasons in the 70s.
Huh.
Yeah. It's a little slow, but it's got a lot of camp value. It's pretty good.
Okay.
And then into Next Generation, which was my favorite because as a kid watching it, Star Trek was really neat. I found the original series super slow, but Next Generation kind of picked up. It had robots and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, Data.
Worf.
Yeah.
Like, come
Worf,
on.
Yeah.
And then we went through DS9, and that's crazy.
Yeah.
So as we were going through it, I was like, I wonder what it would be like to date a Cardassian.
Oh boy, you have some. You do have some songs, and we'll list some of the titles after. So I can only imagine where we're gonna go with this one.
I like nerd shit.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
She's my Cardassian girl from Cardassia Prime. From the Alpha Quadrant, I can't get her off my mind. She's my Cardassian girl from Cardassia Prime. From the Alpha Quadrant, I can't get her off my mind. She's aggressive in most situations, and she drinks too much blood wine. But she's fire on the mic when she busts Cardassian rhymes. Her collarbone is ridiculous, and all her skin is gray. She's got weird shit on her forehead, but I love her anyway. She's my Cardassian girl from Cardassia Prime. From the Alpha Quadrant, I can't get her off my mind. She knows a lot about torture, pressure points, and torque. She don't get on with Odo, oh no.
I've got my eye on you, Quark.
She went to war with Bajor and she fucked some Klingons up. I kinda like it when we fight, 'cause that's how she shows me love. She's my Cardassian girl from Cardassia Prime. From the Alpha Quadrant, I can't get her off my mind. She's my Cardassian girl from Cardassia Prime. From the Alpha Quadrant, I can't get her off my mind. She's my Cardassian girl from Cardassia Prime. From the Alpha Quadrant, I can't get her off my mind.
My Cardassian Girl. Cleverly titled Cardassian Girl.
Ah, I was wondering.
Yep.
What you would lost track.
Run the track.
You know, anything else? That'll do for now. Oh my goodness. We do have okay.
Man making moves in the comments section over here.
Yeah. I'm not
That's how
even
you
sure
do it, though. That's how you get the Diamond Award.
Yeah. You need to. Oh man, I think I still have that somewhere. I don't like. I have my records from, as long as my drives haven't crashed, I have records going back to like 2004. Like I have
Nice.
my CDs
Yeah.
from then moving forward. So I should be able to find that. It's just a matter of getting a MacBook and looking on it. Like because I went from Mac to PC. So to find it, I'd have to get a Mac and then go through my hard drives. But I'm pretty sure I have it somewhere. Yeah, that's addressing the comment. Let's see. I got another video here. It is. Oh, I gotta get real close because the letters are small. And forgive me if I butcher your name. Talitha? Because I'm thinking it's Talitha. Makes it sound like I have a lith. Talitha. Coom. Talitha Coom. Rise, Child, Rise. This is a song that was sent to me by A. Smith. So we're going to check it out. And I'm going to maximize the screen. No, that's the mini player. That's definitely the mini player. Maximize the screen. Come on. There we go. Full screen. That's what I'm looking for. Yeah, 272 episodes, but this is, one of the first times I've done something like this. So let's get this started. I completely am getting culture shocked right now. I don't know how to feel.
All of my life I never felt like I quite belong. Keep my head up, my manners, wipe my nose clean. But there was a part of my heart that sung a different song. Lift my spirit, live for riches, roaming to of myself. Can I say see? Oh, baby, can you feel my pain? I could feel
No way to get it wrong now. Right? Okay. Shout out to Indie Roots Records.
Cool. That was cool.
Yeah.
What genre would you call that?
Bro, I was trying to figure that out the whole time.
Yeah, I think that's a good thing, man. You can't put that into a box or anywhere. I heard elements of country. I heard elements of hip hop and rock.
Yeah, definitely. Like it was very eclectic. That's for sure. Like I
Yeah.
couldn't, and when I say this, I mean it respectfully. It's like I couldn't get a read on any one vibe because of how it's almost like each layer of the instruments was a different genre, but the keys
Yeah.
fit with each other.
Yeah, that was very cool, and it felt classic already.
Yeah,
Like it feels like it's like I feel like I've heard that song before. It's
yeah.
classic already.
Talitha Kaum.
Cool.
Remember the name? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, I hear feet steps. Because it's not footsteps if there's multiple foots.
No.
No, I think I butchered that statement. I just feel a little spacey. Now, I was looking at one of my songs, and I realized that I do mention space in it as well.
Okay.
But I only have the full song with it, and it's a fleeting comment. But at the same time, why not play it? Because we can. Give you a little bit of time to figure out if and or what you're doing next. We're already at the close to the 40-minute mark.
Okay.
Doing this for about an hour.
Does my
Go
share
ahead.
screen work? Is that a thing that
Yes.
works?
Yes, it
Yeah.
does.
Okay. I'll find something. I'll find something. I'll debut something.
Okay. And while you're looking for that, I will. Okay. Does it go? To reach the streets, I heat up beats. Yet I'm known as a nerd. Command shift alt delete. Got my hand on the power case. Shut me down. God given is David. I seek my crown. Been hard from a humble beginning. Told from old park days I was talented, so I keep winning. Forgive me, Lord, because I keep sinning. I keep grinning, this the ending. I need to give my all. Fox quick lyrics like you playing Smash Brothers Brawl. Punch lines like you in line with DK. Pastor, he say, she say. I still seek where the proof lay. You can ask where I work. I say anywhere I am, I make my place on this earth. This person inspiration through God gifted verse. Medium exchanging, no need for artillery bursts. Ha ha. You know, come on, I gotta push. Yes, pray until something happens to you with my look like, and it has. I read like 12 years ago. I gotta push. Yes, pray until something happens to you. It might look like rapping, but I know that more can happen. Subtlety aside, at times I'm beside myself. Could have been a doctor, wait, still improving health. Could have suited up for my country, but I do this from a country that everybody loves. C-A-N-A-D-A, though some may say some parts we display go farther than space. Could have gone there too. To practice what is preached is to reach a higher peak where I'm taken by the beat, deeper every word I speak, establishing our rights unnerved by anything less it coming from the Most High. Get it all from Him, so forgive the confidence as I coast by. Go and roast that, thanks for the publicity. Jesus always loves me, even with the denominations and beliefs, but it revolves around the same perspective. You gotta push, yes. Pray until something happens to you. It might look like rapping, but I know that more can happen. And as I say this, I realize there's a lot of truth to it. You're gonna push, yes. Pray until something happens to you. It might look like rapping, but I know that more can happen. In depth, index, complex, ego elevated from a confident surface, potent, poetic, politically philosophical phrases, corrected corporations, impatient, outpatient, thankfully pacing, progressive moves, conscious conservation, constructed clarity, possibly a parody, associating acronyms, BBP, rather DATMP, in line with OPP, thanks to DRP's shadow of clouds, still living life blessed, paving positions, teach lessons, sharp the least stressing, resharpen thought back to the point, celebrate the good, realize what they realize that they should. You know, I gotta push, yes, pray until something happens to you. It might look like rapping, but I know that more can happen. I heard the saxophone on this, and I had to do something to it.
Yeah.
I said it has to happen. There's no way I can let something like that, like, not be a part of my repertoire. It's just, I had to, and yeah, it's honestly, I never thought I'd see the day where someone was actually dancing to this song, but I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's always nice.
Yeah, I performed it at one of the open mic nights at Plush Imperial Lounge, hosted by Christy Hales. Shout out to Christy Hales, who's likely going to play this on Liquid Fire Radio. And yeah, I was singing, and this woman got up, and her name was Connie, ironically enough. Tell you the backstory after. So she gets up now, and she starts walking towards the stage, and I'm like, okay, whatever. And she's walking towards the stage, and she's an older woman, not like older woman, but like not elderly older, but like older than me.
Okay.
So she's like, she starts to walk towards the stage. I'm like, she's probably going to get a drink or go to the bathroom, go outside or something. And then she just like locks eyes with me, and I'm like, okay, this is a little strange. And then she puts up the lock. So then all of a sudden it's like her hand starts to go up like she's in a trance or some shit. I'm like, what is going on here? And I'm singing, like I'm analyzing this in my head while I'm singing the song, and I only have one song, so I'm belting the song out, you know what I mean? And that's the song I'm performing. So then she starts doing this like grasp by the Holy Ghost kind of dancing type thing, and I'm just like, wait a minute, she's like, what's happening here? Like, is she right now like entranced by my words, and what is going on? Tutu, she came up to me after, she's like, oh my goodness, I have never heard their belief in the Most High, and gives me like this long, like this 2-minute compliment for the song, and I'm just like, okay, that's cool. I never thought that would happen with this song particularly, but hey, expect the unexpected.
There you go. Entrancing ladies all over.
Yeah, I guess. I was a young age where they told me I was going to be a lady killer. And if you heard my dad tell the story, my reaction was very poor. Apparently I was focused more on the killing part and not the lady part, and I just burst out crying saying I didn't want to kill anybody.
Yeah.
So
well, you're a showman. Show's got to go on.
It does have to go on.
Sometimes, women pass out in the front row. That's how it is. You just got to let them pass out. You can't,
catch them because we don't have falling insurance, but Oh man. Yeah. So we also, okay, so let's touch back on what else we got going on. Tomorrow I do have Candid Conversations happening live at 6 p.m. I have a guest on. Forgive me if I don't remember your name right now. I have a lot happening in my life, as I'm sure you do too. So when we get together tomorrow, we'll talk about it. All right, next thing happening. At 12 p.m. It might happen a little bit earlier, so I can pack up and shoot down to your ends, where we will be doing the Royal Rumble pre-show.
Yeah, I guess so.
The Monarch Madness before the Royal Rumble.
Yeah. We're going to do our own kickoff show because theirs isn't very good.
Nah, it's a little drab.
They'll recap it anyway during the actual Royal Rumble.
Twice.
Yeah, at least. So basically what I'd like to do is go live, our first ever live episode of Me and the Boys Wrestling, and smash as many 30-man Royal Rumbles as we can into an hour. They take, I don't know, 20 minutes, half hour. If you give them all the 3 finishing moves at the start, goes way quicker.
Yeah, that has to happen. People need to enjoy the block party. Speaking of which, we are aiming to have that in August again. I know things look bleak right now. You see the snow outside and you're like, why are you talking about August? Okay, fine. We'll talk about April. We want to have a scavenger hunt in April, a treasure hunt in April. So let's keep our mind open to that and our mouths closed and coughs in our sleeves and things that have to happen so we're not trapped in our house for another 2 years.
Sounds good to me.
Anyways, that was just my tangent. Rant
We got a
over.
birthday show coming up March 5th.
Birthday show. Okay.
Fingers crossed.
Crossing fingers.
It's going to be at Camp Cataract. It's going to be a good time.
Interesting event. Yes, sir. I mean, that's a good vibe at Camp Cataract. I
love
really
that
like
place.
the venue. It's just, and the pizza. What do you mean you can get 2 cans of beer and a pizza for $23
No, that's unheard of.
at a bar?
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Food? You're getting food and drink for less than $30? No,
That's ridiculous.
unheard of. Unheard
It's a
of.
steal.
I'm telling you. Oh man, my car is under so much snow, and that all came from the sky.
Yeah.
It's like, do I really want to go out there and clean it off now? No.
Nothing's worth going out there. It's awful out there.
It's like I was hoping the sun would have melted it. I'm
Yeah.
at, you know that you park your car and you have just enough gas to get to the gas station. Can't even let that son bitch warm up or nothing. You just gotta get it and go.
You just gotta go. Yeah, you just gotta go.
It's terrible, but it's hilarious. That word is now evolved to Terrius. Yes,
Yeah.
it's Terrius.
I like it.
Yeah, it makes sense. Okay, so do you have anything else in your? Of course, you have other things in your repertoire. That's such a stupid question.
Of
What
course.
in your repertoire would you like to display next, good sir?
I got something I haven't posted yet. We've done a bunch of debut stuff, so I wouldn't mind to debut this video I have.
Okay, all right, bring it up.
And it's there was some quality music, I guess, from it was you that was telling me actually some stuff from 1922 that came into the public domain recently.
Yes.
A lot of Edgar Allan Poe's work came into the public domain a few years ago, and I was finally able to do something that I had wanted to do forever, and then I finally made a video for it. So this is that.
Okay.
I'm going to get it properly prepared here. So once I'm hitting share screen now. Is that correct?
Yep.
Share screen, entire screen, share, full screen. This is the Raven. The beats by DJ Aram.
DJ Aram.
Once, upon a midnight dreary, while I pondered weak and weary over many a quaint and curious volume of forgotten lore, while I nodded, nearly napping, suddenly there came a tapping as of someone gently rapping at my chamber door. 'Tis some visitor, I muttered, rapping at my chamber door. Only this, nothing more. Distinctly I remember it was in the bleak December, and each separate dying ember wrought its ghost upon the floor. Eagerly I wished the morrow, vainly I had sought to borrow from my books or cease of sorrow for the lost Lenore, the rare and radiant maiden whom the angels named Lenore, nameless here forevermore. The silken satin certain rustling of each purple curtain filled me with fantastic terrors never felt before. So that now to still the beating of my heart I stood repeating to some visitor entreating entrance at my chamber door. Some late visitor entreating entrance at my chamber door. Only this, nothing more. Presently my soul grew stronger, hesitating then no longer. Sir, said I, or madam, your forgiveness I implore. But the fact is I was napping, and so gently you came rapping, and so faintly you came tapping at my chamber door, that I scarce was sure I heard you here. I opened wide the door, darkness there. Nothing more. Deep into that darkness peering, long I stood there wondering, fearing, doubting, dreaming dreams no mortal dared to dream before. But the silence was unbroken, and the darkness gave no token, and the only word there spoken was the whispered word Lenore. This I whispered, and an echo murmured back the word Lenore. Merely this, Nothing more. Back into my chamber turning, all my soul within me burning. Soon again I heard a tapping louder than before. Surely said I, surely that is something at my window lattice. Let me see then what their ad is, and this mystery explore. Let my heart be still a moment, in this mystery explore. 'Tis the wind. Nothing more. Open here I flung the shutter, when with many a flirt and flutter in there stepped the stately raven of the saintly days of yore. Not the least obeisance matey, not a minute stopped or stately, but with mane of lord and lady perched above my chamber door, perched upon a bust of Pallas just above my chamber door, perched and sat. Nothing more. The ebony bird beguiling my sad fancy into smiling by the graven stern decorum of the countenance it wore. Though thy crest be shorn and shaven, thou I'd set are sure no craven, ghastly grim and ancient raven wandering from the nightly shore. Tell me what thy lordly name is on the night's Plutonian shore. Quoth the raven. Nevermore. Much I marveled this ungainly fowl to hear discourse so plainly, though its answer little meaning, little relevancy bore. For we cannot help agreeing that no living human being ever yet was blessed with seeing bird above his chamber door, bird or beast above the sculptured bust above his chamber door, with such a name as nevermore. But the raven sitting only on the placid bust, though lonely, that one word is of his soul, and that one word he did outpour. Nothing further than he uttered, not a feather that he fluttered, till I scarcely more than muttered, other friends have flown before, and on the morrow he believed me as my hopes have flown before. Then the bird said, nevermore. Startled at the stillness broken by reply so aptly spoken, doubtless said I what it utters is its only stalk and stone. Master, whom unmerciful disaster followed fast, more till the dirges of melancholy burden bore. Nevermore. But the raven still beguiling all my sad soul into smiling straight, I wheeled a cushioned seat in front of bird and busting door. Then upon the velvet sinking, I betook myself to linking fancy unto fancy, thinking what this ominous bird of yore, what this grim ungainly, ghastly, gaunted, ominous bird of yore meant in croaking. Nevermore. This I sat engaged in guessing, but no syllable expressing to the fowl whose fiery eyes now burned into my bosom's core. This and more I sat divining, with my head at ease reclining on the cushions, velvet lining with the lamplight floating o'er. But the velvet violet lining with the lamplight floating o'er, she shall press. Nevermore. Then methought the air grew denser, perfumed from an unseen censer, swung by seraphim whose footfall tinkled on the tufted floor. Whence I cried that God had left me by these angels he had sent me, respite and nepenthe for the memories of Lenore. Quabble, quaff this kind of envy and forget this lost Lenore. Quoth the raven. Nevermore. Prophet said I, thing of evil, prophet still a bird or devil, whether tempter, center, whether tempest toss thee here ashore, desolate yet all undaunted on this desert land enchanted, on his home by horror haunted. Tell me truly, I implore, is there balm in Gilead? Tell me, I implore. Quoth the raven. Nevermore. Prophet said I, thing of evil, prophet still a bird or devil, by the heaven that bends above us and the God we both adore. Tell the soul with sorrow laden, if within the distant Aden it shall clasp a sainted maiden whom the angels name Lenore, a rare and radiant maiden whom the angels name Lenore. Quoth the raven. Nevermore. Be that word our sign of parting, bird or fiend I shrieked at starting, get thee back into the tempest in the night's Plutonian shore. Leave no black plume as a token of the lie thy soul has spoken, leave thy loneliness unbroken, quit the bust above my door, take thy feet from out my heart, take thy form from off my door. Quoth the raven. Nevermore. And the raven, never flitting, still is sitting on the pallid bust of Pallas just above my chamber door, and his eyes have all the seeming of a demon's that is dreaming, and the lamplight o'er him streaming throws his shadow on the floor, and my soul from out that shadow that lies floating on the floor shall be lifted nevermore.
Yeah.
I'll let the plug run.
We're just going to end it on that note. I'm even going to try and do anything after that. We're just going to thank you for watching.
Thanks for having me. It's been fun.
Yeah, man. It's always a pleasure to have you on the show. I never know what you're going to do, but I always enjoy it. So,
I like
you know
to
what I mean?
guessing.
Keep up the good work. Yeah, because at first I was like, maybe he's going to do a little bit of that medley thing. I'm like, I don't know. Maybe he's going to do a little bit of that hip hop. He covering. Oh, man. Oh, I saw Chronic Spirit the other day and I mentioned you to him. So,
Okay.
Yes.
Sweet.
I'm going to see if we can get in the same room together. And because, like I said to him, you are the words what he is to guitars.
Ah, cool.
Yeah. So, yeah, that'll be an interesting combination. 273 happens this Saturday, ladies and gentlemen. We have guests, we have music, We have fun. We gave out our first official prize. Tune in. You may be the one to get the second official prize. Make sure you keep your nose clean because they got another eye in the sky. For the P.O.E. James Owen Brown, this is the block saying, bless up. We out.